backdrops, green screens, the units that assemble together and mount these can be a real pain in the butt. It's amazing when all of a sudden I come up and I go, wow, this is a pain in the butt, and I didn't know what a pain in the butt it was until someone came up with a better solution. You hang your backdrop or you hang your green screen, especially on green screens and flat white and black and blue backdrops. The first thing you run into is wrinkles, and you have to iron these things out, and you have to get tensioners, and you have to put weights at the bottom, and you have to do all sorts of stuff, or you have to let it set so all the wrinkles come out, and it's just a pain in the butt. Then the stands, they're sort of light. They're okay, unless you spend a lot of money, like the quality of a C-stand type stand. These things are kind of wobbly and shaky and a little wind, and they aren't usually tied down the way you want them. You have to weight the bottom because any wind comes and they'll move. I know that back there, that is not the wall. That is a backdrop. It's a brick backdrop. It's a little bit blurry on purpose, so when I shoot, it looks like a brick wall because the wall behind it, I don't like it. It's too plain. Especially when you're dealing with green screens or any backdrop. In a studio, it'd be nice if you could go in and out and move things in and out and change things. You can use paper drops, and those are okay, but they're paper. You can use cloth drops, but then you have to mount them in the ceilings. They have gears and pulleys. There's just a lot of things that are a problem with backdrops and green screens. Now, when you transport these, if I wanted to transport that backdrop, I gotta take it all down, disassemble it, pull the backdrop off, fold it up, be very careful that I don't get any folds in it. I'll probably bring an iron. Anyway, it's just a pain in the butt. Glide Gear, believe it or not, came up with a solution in this bag that I am dearly hoping, if it does everything that it says it does, it's gonna wipe all that stuff out. Let's put this thing together first. Now, a couple of tips. All the bars and everything come in these elastic things. Save them, because when you take it apart and everything else, you just slip these over and throw them in the bag and they're good. These, they come all folded up. You might see a few folds and everything, but that's okay because they give you, for both of these, they give you this cool giant Ziploc bag. So you just throw your two backdrops and your green screen and everything in here, and you just zip them up and fold them in half and throw them in your carrying bag. The other thing I want to go over is this is some quality freaking material. This is not just, I've seen these $30, $20, even $90 type green screens and backdrops, and they're okay. This stuff is major quality stuff. I just can't say enough about the material that they used on this. The other thing you may want to take a look at the bottom of both of these, this zipper here, what you do is when you pull the backdrop down, as long as you get it all the way down, then you just zip this thing up. Why? That's what pulls all the tension from the top. The sides are taut. The top this zips around the bottom bar and pulls all the tension. I had a real problem getting the zipper around, and as you saw, I had a real problem getting this onto the frame itself. And then I got brilliant. Well, let me state this. No, I didn't read the directions, and I just should have, and I don't know why. People don't read directions. I don't read directions. I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, the way to do it is you just lie the thing down. Once it's assembled, you throw your backdrop or your screen on there, you pull it over, you move it around, you get the zipper ready, you zip it up, and then you lift it back up. Now, the other thing I must mention is although this thing is stable and although I've had air conditioning on it and things like that, it doesn't really move a lot. That being said, this thing is, I don't understand. It is super light. This cloth is not, this is not light cloth. This has some weight to it, and the frame itself has a little bit of weight to it. It's really light, but this is insane. I don't know, there's some kind of glide gear mojo magic going on. I can lift one end of this with one finger with no problem. Well, you can also slide this thing in and out, which is really cool. Check this out. Oh, hello, backdrop. I would obviously put it back there because I have some shadow things going on. So let's do that. The other thing I want to do is I want to see how long it takes to change these out, because I know the other ones with the poles and the top pole and everything else, man, you could spend easily 10 minutes changing out, and then you can easily spend 20, 30 minutes messing around with all this stuff. Okay, I've taken the black background and I've just kind of moved it back. I don't have any special lighting down at the bottom or something. I do have a hair light up there that's probably hitting the thing. But look at this thing. It's like no wrinkles. It's just absolutely beautiful. There are no wrinkles that show up on the camera. And if I decide, you know what, for this shot or for the next video, I want to, instead of using the black, maybe I want to use blue. Check this out. Now we're sitting there with a blue background. Now you can see some shadows on this thing. That's because I haven't set it up. I haven't backlit it. I haven't even adjusted my lights to hit me properly, which I would do. That's like, bam, let's change the background. Same thing with the green and white. And there you go. Now I'm in front of a green screen and I can do whatever I want to do on that. If I wanted something different, again, I would either replace it with the black and blue and pick a side, or I'd take this green screen and I'd just turn it around and I'd have white. Now again, I haven't done anything. I have not changed my lights. I'm a little more forward on this. I haven't done anything. I don't have a backlight on this green screen, nothing. What I would do is I would take down the one I have. I would remove all the junk. I'd set that back there. I'd adjust the lights and the backlights and the backlights for this green screen or for whatever backdrop I figured. I'd adjust these lights. I'd probably move the camera forward, etc. But this is without doing anything. Probably in the next video you see after this one, you'll see either a blue, black, white, or possibly how'd he get there? Because it'll be green screen video, and you'll see how I set it up, and you'll see how I light it, and it's gonna look good. Now, when I say this thing costs $399, you may be like, what? I can get something like that, maybe with some cheap lights for about $100 or $200. Yes, you can. And you'll get a crappy stand. It's gonna break eventually. The cloth that you're using is going to be green. It's not gonna be the right color. It's gonna have a really crappy green screen when you try and pull it. It's not gonna be portable, and you'll be really mad because you're gonna use tensioners. And if you want a backdrop with white, green, blue, and black that you can easily switch around, easily switch out. It's easily transportable, high quality fabric, no tensioners, no wrinkles. Then this is the one to get. I've looked. This is it. So anyway, check it out. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. You'll see either a blue, black, white, or possibly, how'd he get there? Because it'll be green screen video, and you'll see how I set it up, and you'll see how I light it, and it's going to look good.